Hello everyone, welcome to Long Switch Academy. This is your host Shubham. Let me know if my voice is coming clearly to you or if my screen is visible as well. Say yes in the comment that if I'm audible or not. Okay, awesome. That's good. Thanks for joining our live. This is my very first live. So pardon me if I miss something or like if something is not what I say accurate in terms of conducting a live. So bear with me. So first of all, thank you very much for joining. And today, this session is specifically for freshers who are either trained or have internship experience but still struggling to get job offers. So we will keep our what I say, keep this live connected to those people only. So in case you have any question or any suggestion or any thoughts, just let me know in the comment section. I'll try to answer them at the end of this live. So let's begin. For this live purpose, I have created a small kind of document where we'll go through the challenges that I see that freshers are facing while approaching for job applications or maybe for interview calls. So before I begin this topic, I also want to add something that often I get job requests or maybe resume for freshers role, and when I go through the resume of the candidate or maybe the description that they have written in the email, I see a lot of issues there. So must like the common issue is that the candidates are not having clear understanding of whether they are looking for admin's role or Salesforce developer's role. They mix the two, or in majority of the cases, they just want to apply for both of the roles simultaneously. Like they are happy to do admin work or developer work both. That's, I think, not a good strategy because at this moment companies are looking for expert in a specific domain so that more performance can be uh, expected from that candidate. So that's the main thing that I observe these days. So let's first begin with the first point that I have made here, that mistakes to avoid while reaching out for job application. As you know, you guys might be reaching out to companies via their official email addresses, their LinkedIn platforms, or maybe their social media profiles. So at that point of time, let's say if you are if you are reaching out to a company, don't just lose that opportunity by just forwarding your resume, or maybe you sometimes people write I'm interested in the job. Please find my resume attached. That's a uh, kind of a bad practice, I would say, because let's say I'm running a company. I Every day I receive 50 to 100 candidates application for a role, and if I don't find a brief description in email or in messages, I often don't get a chance to go through that resume, download it, and have a look at it. So your entry point of the application is your message, your email that sets the tone for you. Like whether you are interested in admin role, developer's role, or both. So take a time to write or compose a brief description of what role you're looking for, what are your current skill set matching to your desired role, so that at the initial look or at the glimpse of the message, the like recruiter would find the idea or get the idea about your interests or your what I say, what are your preferences with regards to the job application. So first thing that you should be avoiding is just don't just say I'm interested. Please find my resume attached. Have a brief description about yourself, your current skill set, the domain you are interested in, and what your current status says, whether you're employed somewhere or you're just doing some training or internship or you are immediately available. So that will help you out to get filtered with first glimpse so that recruiter will have an idea about you. That's the first mistake that you should be avoiding. Don't just forward the resumes. That's what I wanted to say. The reason why I brought this point is uh, recently we like for our company launched software solutions. We posted two openings, one for admin role, another one was for like developers internship role. You won't believe I received nearly 500 applications, 500 plus applications for both of the what I say for both of the opportunities. But when I started going through each of those applications, I was not getting idea what the candidate is actually needed, what kind of role he or she is needed for the role. Majority of the emails were saying that okay, I'm interested, please find my resume attached. I just saw your post, please find my resume attached. Or on the height of that, some people just in the message section or in the subject section they wrote like I need an internship opportunity with Salesforce admin role, but the description that they provided that they are experienced with Salesforce LWC Apex, then coding Java and something like that. So the description that they wrote and the subject that they mentioned is not matching. That creates confusion. Like for me, like if I'm since I'm the recruiter, I don't know you personally, right? Your message, your email is something that is going to tell more about you. So with majority of those applications, I got confused whether this person needs developer's role or the admin's role or both. So that kind of confusion, and since I'm also having limited time to take a look at on such applications, I often skip. That's how people will do because they don't have all the time to go through each and every application in detail, then make a decision. But initially we filter out based on this kind of analysis of what we are receiving. So be careful. This is your first opportunity to introduce yourself to your future recruiter or future employer. Pay attention to that. The second thing, besides this clarity of description and all, you should not like let chat gpt or any Gemini or any AI agents write description for you, right? It can be easily get caught, that we can easily identify whether a description or whether a email was written through a AI agent or some or a human. It is easy to capture. So whatever you know about your current skill set, whatever you know about that particular domain, do your research, write it on your in your own terms with your own words. That will help that will reflect some sort of sensibility. That person is sensible enough to use for using his own skills, his own knowledge to write down an email. If you let AI agents write email for you, they will be easily get filtered, and you will it won't help you in the longer run. And apart from that, what I say, you should you should be yourself while you represent yourself while you represent your application to your future employer. That's the first thing. And I hope after watching this video or this live, you won't be repeating this mistake. Then second most important thing that I noticed across some of the applications that we received, the people were there were people who wrote very good email, very good subject, very good description, and they also actually went through the internship description that we provided, and according to that they have customized their email to reflect that okay, they understand the requirement or demand of the role. Therefore, they wrote a very proper email to us that really impressed me. But those people were trained, those people were having what I say, those people were having knowledge, I would say, because they were trained or maybe they took a professional training from somewhere. Everything was good, but the projects that they listed was not sounding something that was that was exciting to me. For example, majority of the projects that I got listed as part of those resumes were like employee management system, leave management system. Those are the very common projects. These are very basics, and I think they are freely available also on as part of some unmanaged packages or apps. So there is nothing new that you are doing, or there is nothing new that you are presenting on your resume. So if you tick mark all the boxes, your email is good, you wrote proper description, you actually went through the job description or the role description, then you provided your feedback, you are trained, and you are having the skills. But if you don't have anything to show as part of your maybe sample project, as a training project, or whatever self learning project that contributes to the skills that you are saying, then that is also a big reason that you don't get what I say, you might not get interview calls. And therefore, like I have a small practice, like someone in the comment mentioned that we are also hiring for admin and developers internship. Yes, that position is still open. We are still reviewing the application, and the people who are looking what I say promising as part of the application, we are reaching out to them with our questions or follow up emails. So to overcome this thing, like sometimes what happens, people are fresher, newcomers, they don't know how to list down their projects, or maybe they have projects but they miss to mention in the what I say in the resume. So what do we ask? If you say that you have completed, let's say, 3 or 4 sample projects as part of your training, or maybe as part of your self learning journey, then what do I ask? Just show me some, let's say, code snippets. If you are working on admin, just show me some automation snippets that you have developed, and write down a brief about that okay, what that functionality does, what was the tech stack that you used, what was the problem that project solves. So that if I receive that kind of information back from the candidate, that helps me to rely more on that candidate, that okay, that person is genuine and he or she must have done something, that's why he or she has something to show to me. So our next point resolves around creating your portfolio for your interviews. No matter where you stand, whether you're a fresher, intern, maybe completely job switcher or career switcher, try building your portfolio. Be it a sample project, be it a self-learning project, but you should build a portfolio for yourself. For example, if you are appearing for your like let's say developer's role, then you should be able to answer these questions. And when I say build a portfolio, I'm not only saying just build sample projects or build sample automations, but understand the underlying technologies used within those projects. You should be able to answer the questions around those projects, then only it will help you establish your trust, or establish yourself in front of your future what I say employer. So generally, what do I ask when someone says that I have completed, let's say, 10 simple projects, 5 simple projects? I just ask these basic questions to them. Can you write clean scalable apex code? Like, do you know what a clean apex code is, what a scalable apex code is? If if the candidate answers that question clearly or confidently, I somehow figure it out that okay, he or she knows the concepts. Then the next thing that I ask, okay, you say that you know how to write a clean, scalable Apex code. Then just write a brief uh, code snippet for me that satisfies this criteria. So if you have really practiced that thing, if you have really learned those concepts or those standards, you will be able to deliver. You will be able to write a small code snippet for me. So that's my criteria, and I believe that's how people evaluate the candidates. So when you say something that I have done this, you should have a solid proof of concept for that. You should be able to justify that learning. Second part, like if someone says that okay, I know how the custom UI development happens within Salesforce, how the screens are developed, for example, how a component or a custom component is developed, then I ask them, do you know, or do you, can you prepare a real UI for me using LWC? It can be a simple UI, maybe a form, maybe a search box or something. If they have done practice in that area, they will be able to perform. They know actual, at least they would know the concept, they would know how a component is developed. If they can't remember the what I say syntax or something, but they actually know the process, that will also tell me more about their level of understanding with LWC. Third, what do I ask them? See, this Apex code, LWC, these all things are really core tech stack of Salesforce. But majority of the people where they struggle, that's what I identified over the years, that they know how what this Apex code are, what is this LWC, how we develop them, how we write Apex classes. They all know about it. But when the time comes to think about a solution for a real world use case, do you have that level of understanding? I'm not saying that you just give me a solution, but at least in your mind, can you think about a solution for a real world scenario? If you can just think about a blueprint, maybe it a rough sketch or something, that will also tell more about your level of understanding with this platform. So you should be like, these are my ideas of evaluating a candidate. I believe that will fit at most of the places. So when you say something that like, I know this, I know how to work with LWC, I know how to work with Apex code, then you should be able to think about a solution for a problem given to you at a runtime. And I believe most of you might be knowing what a runtime is. Like right now, we are interacting in live, and let's say I interview someone and I give someone an example that okay, give me a solution for this scenario, how the Apex would look like for this, how the LWC component would look like this, how those two will interact, will there be any third party service needed for APIs or something to get the data? If you can think of those kind of blueprints, then you are at a good level of understanding with this platform, and this that will set you apart from other candidates. This is the three things that I observe from the tech standpoint if I'm hiring for a developer's role. Fourth and foremost, that is most important thing for me. As you know, Salesforce is evaluating with every release. Every release, they offer something new to both developers and admins. So, are you keeping up with that? Are you following their articles? Are you following their latest release notes just to see what is new? What is there new for you with regards to your role? If your answer is yes, then definitely I ask some basic questions. Okay, what was the new release about LWC, let's say for flows? If you are evident reader or evident follower of the updates, you would know the answer of that. And I believe this is also a good practice that you can adopt to stand out. And on this related note, I also want to add. Sometimes what happens, you don't get email like what I say interview calls. You don't get shortlisted. So when you write your first email for the job application, just try adding these things as part of your job email or application email, that okay, I have been going through this new thing that I learned recently. This is how it can advance the development process or maybe the administration of Salesforce. This can also help you stand out from the rest of the people in that application. And fifth, if I'm hiring for a hiring for a developer's role, as you know, we code all the time as a developer, and to keep track of that code or keep backup of that code, we use version control systems such as SourceTree or GitHub. So you should if you are saying that okay, I'm a developer, I'm enthusiastic enough to be a developer, or I'm regularly practicing, then you must have your GitHub repository ready with your sample work. I'm not bothered what level of development you have done, right? Maybe you built a basic calculator app, basic what I say weather converter app, or maybe you might have developed something complex using APIs or AI or something. But you should have your GitHub repository ready to showcase to me that okay, sir, this is what I have built. You can go through it. That will tell me a lot about your regularity, your level of what I say understanding of systems, and more importantly, procedure. That you follow a procedure while you do the coding, even for your self project or learning project. So these are the five crucial portfolio advices that I would like to give you, like when you are applying for your next job interview. Let me know if there is something that I missed in this list. I will definitely try to answer more on that. Second, before we take the next part, I also wanted to add on this. When we say portfolio, these were the core things that I look after within a candidate. But this can only be acquired when you do practice or do develop some at least 3 to 4 sample projects on your own. For example, if you are an admin, you're applying for an admin or you want to be a Salesforce admin, you must create 3 to 4 real world based scenario based applications within your developer, or maybe within your sandbox or something, so that at any time if you're called for an interview or even you're just getting a feedback on your email, you should have those demos ready with you that you can showcase to them. I would also like to advise that you can what I say you can create a small 1 or 2 minutes long video of those demos, and along with your resume you can attach to that email application that okay, this is my resume and these are the sample applications that I developed, and this is what this particular application does. This is the problem that it solves. This was the tech stack. Like I used flows, I used process builders, I used some sort of validation rules like that, or maybe field level security like that. So that is also an additional thing you can do while building your portfolio. Just develop 3 4 real world based applications, get that recorded, a beautiful demo of that with a proper explanation that should list use case, tech stack, and how it works, like that. So that will also help you out to what I say that will help you out to stand out in with regards to your counterparts in that application. And if you are working, if you are thinking about applying as Salesforce admin, then also you should be developing 3 to 4 real world based application with the use of Apex and LWC. Try following best of your coding standards. Then once that is done, deploy it to your GitHub repository so that you can show your code snippets or code screenshots to your future what I say employer. You also need to get yourself get your projects recorded with all the mentioned criteria, so that they know that okay, you know what you are developing, you know what your solution is going to solve, you know the tech stack, why you used it, and how it is working. So that will also help you establish trust among your future employer. So these are my curated list of profile like portfolio building advices that you can follow, and I believe you will definitely see results. And in case I missed something, I'm just reiterating, just let me know in the comment section. I'll definitely try to answer that at the end of this live. So the third one is the final advices that I would like to give all the freshers, because I believe most of you are either learning on their own, or maybe you guys might have taken or done some paid training from some institutes, so you know what you should be learning as part of your role. But there are a few underlying things that freshers often miss. The first one is like, for example, don't rush. You should not be rushing. Focus on fundamentals. What does that mean? If you are like aimed to be a, what I say, if you are aimed to be a Salesforce developer, what do? You just go after learning Apex, learning LWC immediately, so that you can just satisfy the instant urge of becoming a developer. But I believe that's a bit risky thing. You should first understand the basic fundamentals of Salesforce platform itself, your Apex programming itself, and the LWC itself. What does that mean? If you are if you aim to be a developer, you should first understand what is an object in Salesforce, what where they are stored, how they are managed, what is a record, what is a security, what is a user, how the entire architecture of the Salesforce is set up as a platform. Once you get that understanding, then start picking up start picking up your like programming languages such as Apex. But don't just directly rush into Apex. First, you should understand the core programming concepts like object oriented programming, classes, then objects, then methods, overloading, everything. You should know the basic core of the programming language, variables, constants, everything you should know as part of your uh, before you even start attempting Apex, because Apex is also a object oriented programming, right? So you should know those basics first before you attempt to learn Apex. That will truly give you confidence in moving forward with your learning journey in Apex. And on the other hand, if you are starting with LWC, don't just go after learning LWC directly. First, ensure that you understand the basics of web development, such as you understand the HTML, you understand the core JavaScript and how it works, you understand the CSS. Once these things are clear in your head, all the concepts related, basic concepts related to it, once you are confident with that, then only start picking LWC. Then it will make more sense to you. Then it will give you confidence to start or continue learning the LWC. Otherwise, at one point you will reach to such confusion or confusing state that you won't know whether to go back or go front. You'll stuck in the middle somewhere. So my main thing is, you just get yourself comfortable with the fundamentals of all these things before you actually aim to become a developer. And like that goes with admin also. Before you start learning flows, just understand the core architecture of like Salesforce, how, what are fields, what are objects, how the relationships are established, what are the, what I say, other automation tools, validation rules, what are the approval processes, how the data management or security happens, how the user level permissions are given, like that. Get yourself familiar with your with the basics and core of the platform before you just aim towards the higher or the advanced concept of the automations. So this is my analysis, that this is where the people struggle. And let me know if I correctly highlighted that, or if there is something that you noticed apart from that also, based on your experience. I would happy to include that also in the upcoming lives. Second one, as we discussed already, that you should build some real projects, not just theory. Don't just say that I have read about this thing, like I have obtained this certification, or I have, like for example, I have achieved these many points on Trailhead. They won't sell. To be very frank with you, to be very practical with you, they won't sell. Even your certification, if you are just certified and can't justify the skills that you have, sorry to say, but you won't be shortlisted, you won't get the interviews, or you won't get the job. even though you have everything, the points, the certification, maybe there's training completion certificate, something like that. But if you don't have something real to show, maybe it is a simple project, maybe it is a self learning project, if you don't have something to show practically that is working, that you can share with your future recruiter, you won't be getting shortlisted. This is a harsh reality. And you might be knowing that there are thousands of people who are certified, but they don't have the skill that is needed for the job. Therefore, we have this kind of situation in the market where number of applicants are more than the number of jobs available. Therefore, this chaos is happening. So you should understand that until or unless you have something to showcase your true potential in that area, something real that you have built, it will be really hard track for you. The sooner you understand this, the better you will be, or the happier you would be. And like if you are applying for a developer's role, you should practice Apex coding daily. For example, if your role requires that. So for example, if I'm applying for a developer's role and I'm a fresher, then it is not a one time learning exercise that okay, I have covered all the topics, I have practiced it once, now I'm good. No, just to get better at it, get best at it, you have to practice daily Apex exercises. You have to practice daily LWC exercises. Maybe you can pick some use cases, some sample projects or something. Just develop a habit to write code every single day. That will then, this exercise will help you to build a practice and build a routine within yourself, that you don't have to then mug up everything. The coding will come naturally to you, like you do the discussion with your family or friends every day on a normal things. So just to get into the coding, don't leave the practice, uh, not even a single day. Keep regular practicing the code, the coding exercises, be it Apex or LWC, to get good at it. And on the other end, if you are an admin, develop a habit to write some sort of automation every day, maybe some flows, maybe some sort of what I say, approval process. Start doing something on daily basis, then only you'll get better at it, and you will discover so many situations that are not written in the documentations, that are not mentioned anywhere, but that they come only when you hit a snag, when you hit a particular scenario. So that will also help you to grasp these skills in a better way. The fourth and important thing is, like, engage actively with the Trailblazer community. As you know that Salesforce offers Trailhead for free learning and all. Then there are so many Trailblazer communities groups where the continuous discussion is happening, where continuous, like, maybe job postings are also there about some openings and all. Or not, just forget everything. You can ask questions there and you can get feedback or get answers from expert in that particular domain. So if you are stuck somewhere while doing some exercises, while practicing something, just reach out to your Trailblazer community, drop your question and get expert answers, that is too for free. So that's a good like collaborative environment that Salesforce is providing. So you must be making most of it. And the fifth one is self-explanatory. That is, keep learning. Salesforce evolves every year. That's what I said. That with every release, Salesforce comes up with something new. Like for example, right now, Agent Force or AI is ruling in the world of Salesforce. But in the next year, there can be anything new. So we have to be hungry enough to learn or reevaluate ourselves based on the time and the requirement. So this was my this was my observation, or this was my analysis, how you can take an edge from others while applying as an intern or while applying as a fresher in the world of Salesforce. So let me know how what you feel about it. And again, as I said, this was my first live. If I missed something or if something was not clear from my end, do let me know. I'll try to improve myself on that. Now let's take a look at the questions that we have. Okay, I think Gaurav is asking so many questions. He said Long Switch was also hiring for admin and developer. Yes, Gaurav, we are still hiring, and those applications are still open. And as I said, we don't rush hire. We go through each of those applications, and whoever looks suitable to us, we reach out with the follow-up questions. And unfortunately, I reached out to 5 to 10 people, but I didn't hear back from them yet because what we asked, just show us some proof that okay, you have developed this. Just share some screenshots or some snippets or something that you have built. We are not looking for anything fancy, but something that you have built that you can say, okay, this is my work, and we are still waiting for that. But along with that, we are also reviewing the rest of the applications. As I mentioned, we have received nearly 500 plus applications, so it is a time-consuming process. But to answer your question, that those openings are still there, and we're still accepting the applications. And on that, Gaurav is also asking that I have done through the training. I guess I have theoretical knowledge, but I don't have projects, and like, how can I? Basically, I think Gaurav, you are trying to ask that how you can achieve practical knowledge. See, that the thing I told you that. Just this is the latest example that I can give to you. There is two openings basically we have at our organization, and we are receiving 500 applications. So you see the level of competence, competition in the market right now. To stand out from all these applications, you have to build something on your own. Like you said, you have done training, so I believe you have some sort of knowledge in that domain where you are looking for the internship. Start building. Pick a real world scenario. Try building something on your own. I'm saying be basic. Pick something basic, try building it on your own, then start attaching that to your resume applications. So that will build the confidence. And again, don't just copy paste from anywhere. You will have to explain that as well. Also, do not copy it from others' work. Sometimes what people do, they copy paste someone else's work and then they apply. Don't do that. Build something original on your own. Have access to that. So when someone requests you to showcase it to them, then you should have it ready. So for you, Gaurav, I believe whatever level of understanding you have, pick a problem, create a solution on your own, and then attach that to your resume. I believe that would work for you. And then I have some question from Masoom Sheikh, I guess. Pardon me if if I mispronounce your name. Could you please suggest some different Salesforce project in admin and dev? Okay, like I don't have the complete list right now, but one thing that you can build if you are working as as an admin, if you're planning to start your career as an admin, then you can build something like what I say expense management system that automatically tracks the expenses as they are entered by the user. Then you can also build some sort of automation in that. For example, if an employee registered or enters an expense, then they should not be directly confirmed. First, they should go for approval to their manager. Once the manager approves it, then only those expenses should be, what I say, logged in the system. That kind of automation you can build. That will help you to practice, what I say, flows. That will help you to practice approval processes, and that will also help you to understand how the things are done in the real world scenario. That you can do for the what I say, you can do for the admin. This is the one suggestion. If you need complete list, just wait for some time. I'll come up with a list of sample projects for both admin and developer in our upcoming video. But this is a good start point if you are building something for the first time. This will really interesting, and this will also be fun doing that. And for the developers, if you want to what I say, build a sample project that covers most of the topic, then you can build a custom search utility with data table, meaning that it can be a dynamic search box that you can drag and drop on what I say, any record type page. Like, I can create an LWC component that offers the search facility across the different objects, and as soon as I get results from the search, it should be shown in a data table. That should be dynamic. If I put that component on a contact record, then it should search from the contact records. If I put it on the account record, then that component should do a search from the list of accounts. It can be handy for admins who are working with the data entry all the time, just to quickly search through an account name or a contact name, just to get more information about it, so that they don't have to toggle between the tabs. So this can be an efficiency tool. Apart from that, from the tech standpoint, it allows you to work or practice LWC in the real world. Apex, of course, for fetching the data dynamically. Third, it will also help you to integrate Apex with LWC, how you can manage both the things while generating efficiency, and it will also help you to develop something dynamic. So I believe these are the good starting point projects that you can pick as a developer or as an admin. So I believe, Mashum, I have answered your question. Again, if you have any other question or need more details, stay connected and reach out to me in the comment section. Thanks. And we have some comment from Om. This is very helpful session, to be honest. I have some questions, sir. Thanks, Om, for your feedback. I think you have dropped your questions there. Um, like, wanted to understand a bit about resumes. How should we create a resume so that it has a better chance of getting shortlisted? And do we always need to create a new resume based on every job description? Okay, this is a very good question, and I believe like, resume is going to be same, right? Your education qualification, your expertise will not change, but you should slightly change the description of your skills, based on the job description. For example, if I'm applying for a Salesforce developers, let's say if there is a job opening for Salesforce developers role, where there is a demand of more of LWC work than the Apex work. It happens sometimes. There are requirement to just for a specific technology. Then, if you know Apex, if you know both Apex and LWC, but the current job demands more expertise in LWC, then you should highlight more about LWC, its domain, what you know in that, what you have accomplished. Attach some samples related to that, so that you give more weightage to that. That will definitely help you out to stand out. Secondly, the only thing that can help you stand out is, first properly understand the job description, then only craft your cover page according to that. Write relevant thing in that cover page of your application. I'll give you an example. For example, if there is a job opening for a Salesforce developer to work with a finance team or a finance industry, so here in this job, the client or the customer's area is fixed or specified that they want a developer with expertise in finance area. So once you read it, if you have experience, similar experience working with clients or with the companies in this similar domain in the past, then your cover page should include that, okay, I have read through your cover page, these are my current skills, and I have also noticed that you're looking for someone with the experience in the finance field. Then I work at, for example, ABC Corp, where I was working with a client in the similar domain, and what was the feature, or that what was the services of that client, or what was the area of that client, you have to highlight with. If you do this kind of customization into your cover page or your application, within your resume according to the job application, definitely you will have a higher chances of getting shortlisted. That's what my understanding is. And I believe Om also has one more question for me. Sir, do you think there are still companies hiring just for Salesforce admin roles, or do many now expert developers handle both admin and development work? Uh, to be very honest, it is not like that. See, what's happening, as you might be know, as you all might be knowing that currently the Salesforce job marketplace is um, not that much booming. I would say it is kind of in the turbulence, I would say. I'm not saying it is bad, I'm not saying it is too good, but we are in the middle somewhere. So sometimes companies, what do? They want, in order to cut the costs, they want to they look for the people who can handle both the things at once. But there are majority of the companies who hire specific to their roles. They want to stick to that. For example, in our company, along Swiss Software Solutions Private Limited, when we hire for, let's say, for even for internship also, we hire for the role specific only, because we believe that it is good to be expert of one rather than jack of all. We should be chasing expertise in our domains. So that's what I highlighted earlier in the session, that people are so confused that they just look for anything. If there is an admin, then I'm fine with it. If there is a developer, then also I'm fine with it. If both are there, then also I'm good with it. You won't survive in that pattern in a longer run. If you want to first establish yourself in the industry, choose your expertise, or choose your area of expertise where you want to excel. So don't look after that, just stick to the area of your interest, and get yourself upskilled with every passing day, and then just continue with your what I say, hiring, continue with your job searching journey. It is not like that, I would say. You just, there are many companies who will just look for role specific employees, and so it is not like that. And again, also I, I don't know whether I should say this or not, but there are some paid internships or paid trainings that you guys do, where they teach you everything, both development and apex, in the span of 6 months. Then I don't know how those things are working, because how can one person become expert or experienced or knowledgeable about two different things at the same time? This is not going to work in the real world. Then if you, like, by chance or anyway anyhow, if you get a job and you get to do two things at once in a real world setup, you will really struggle a lot, and it will be kind of chaotic or stressful situation for you, specifically when you're fresher. So just think, do a thorough introspection based on your skills and understanding and knowledge. Do your thorough research, then only choose a career path for you, then only start building career or start building skills in that area. I i don't suggest, again, it is my own opinion, I don't suggest just chasing two boats or sailing on two boats at once. You'll drown. Okay, I think we have one more question. I hope, Om, I have tried answering your questions. Uh, Give me a thumbs up if my answer was satisfactory. Some like, we have another question from Masoom. Some people say a one page resume gets shortlisted more often, but if I include project, it will go for 2 or 3 pages. What do you think I should do? Okay, that's also a good question, but it is not like that. Only the one page application is shortlisted, not the multi-page resumes. But when I talk about like highlighting your projects, don't just drop like 10, 20 lines on just that project. Don't do that. Just mention that, okay, I created this, for example, expense tracker app as an admin. Then this is here is the working example, maybe a link or something you can add. When you attach demo of something, when you attach proof of something, then you don't need big paragraph descriptions. If something is working and visible to a person, then he doesn't need explanation. So Masum, to answer your question, you can mention the projects in your resume. Just mention the title, a little bit description about the project, and don't forget to include link to that project. That way you can save space, but also have your project listed there. And as I said, when you have something to show that is working, it talks it speaks a lot about you. Okay. What are the skills one should learn to get a Salesforce business analyst role? Okay, see, that I guess that is more for a experienced perspective, I would say. But again, if to just generally answer that question, I think Rugan Morgunathan. I think. Pardon me if I'm mispronouncing your name, but Rugan, what I believe is you should what I say. You should first understand the core principles of um, core principles of Salesforce platform itself, and the and the business of the client for whom you will be serving, and how those two matches with each other to get better business value. I believe in small piece we can understand it like that. If you understand the Salesforce correctly, its platform, its core value system, core what I say, core skills or core features, and you understand the business of your industry or nature of your industry that you are trying to serve, how well both of them work together, whether there are uh, areas where with the combination of those two you can analyze, you can gain more value. That is the that is the most important thing that you should have while you trying to pursue with Salesforce business analyst role. The understanding of the nature of the business, that's more important, I believe. I hope I tried answering all the questions. Let me know if any one of you has more questions for me. But I believe it was a good live. It was the first live of my life. I tried giving my best. Okay, I think we have one last question from Om. I have around 1 year of experience, but haven't received enough chance. I'm even ready to start again as a fresher because I want to work in a good org and gain the right exposure. Want to work at your org. Thanks Om for your interest. But you said that you are having 1 year of experience. So do you have a job experience, or just you have been just taking trainings for 1 year? That matters a lot. Or sometimes what happens, you might be having experience but you took a break or something. That will also help. So you feel free to reach out to us or drop your email, drop your resume to us. When we go through your resume, and if your profile matches the criteria, then definitely we'll reach out to you. Okay, you said that you have a job experience. So yes, like as I said, we are still going through the application. Maybe your application is still not I don't really recall that I went through your application or with someone with your name. Maybe you can just resend it when we go through it. If your application is shortlisted, definitely we'll reach out to you with follow-up email. Abhinav says, I'm aspiring Salesforce developer as fresher. Okay, good to know, Abhinav. Good luck for your journey. Let me know if you have any question for me. Anyone, any more questions? Or else I think we can close this live in 5 minutes. It has already been like kind of 1 hour or so. Let me know like what you feel about this live, and is there any other topic that we should cover in the upcoming lives or upcoming videos. Do check out Long Switch Academy on YouTube. We are trying to help people understand Salesforce in a better way. Majority of our content is free and you can just go and learn from it. In case you want to like share our initiative, you can support us, you can donate to us also. I will share the UPI link in the comment section. That's optional, that is not a mandatory thing. But secondly, just suggest more topics for us that we should cover, or maybe areas that we should discover altogether as part of a live or as part of this kind of Q&A session where we can try to help you out. Anything anyone wants to say? We have also launched our website recently. You can check it out. We continue to post videos and blogs, free blogs on that. And in case you like, you can also what I say, you can go through our website and can learn from it from free. And you can we also have an area there where you can suggest a topic to us to bring new blogs or new videos. So just reach out to us and stay connected with us on YouTube. If you haven't subscribed to us yet, do subscribe to our channel, and definitely share if you like our content or if you like the things that we share. Sure, Gaurav, I'm putting my LinkedIn. I'm also putting our like Long Switch Academy's official website. You can also be part of a member of that academy that is free. And just to stay in touch with me, I continuously regularly post my blogs there. You can stay in touch there too. I'll put the LinkedIn link after this live is ended so that you can connect with me there. Yeah, like I said, see, I'm very new in this in the world of YouTube, like live streaming and all. So rather than me fixing the topics, like because for me there are different, like topic wise the priorities might be different, right? Rather than you guys, so I suggest maybe we can do a poll on this YouTube channel where you can where we can pick the topic which gets most of the votes. Or if you guys have any topic or any suggestion for me, then that too you can mention and we can pick that. uh, Either way we can do. Rather than me picking up the topics, I would say, since we guys are we are connected for the first time, uh, let's do a poll on this academy, and then you can vote for the next topic. Does that sound good to everyone? I think that would be pretty much it. I have put the website link for Long Switch Academy. You can just um, be member of that. It's free to stay connected with me, and that would be the like that would be the easiest way for me to reach out to you. And as I said, just go through the portal. You'll get to know more about Salesforce topics and all. And since I said this is the very new platform that we are launched, so we will be continuously posting new content out there. And don't worry about the LinkedIn. I'll put it there after this live is over. I don't have that link handy on this laptop currently. Okay, Masum is saying that, sir, I didn't mention any project in my application. Oh, okay, you mentioned some. Okay, you have send your application. No problem. Just modify the subject line that okay, please disregard. Masum, please, you can mention the subject line like, please disregard this previous application. Consider this updated application, something like that, so that we know that it is a latest one. Does that sound good to you? I think this is pretty much it. Thank you everyone for joining. This is Shubham bidding you goodbye for now, and I wish you all the very best while you're job searching or learning journey. Stay connected with me on Longswitch Academy, and let's learn and grow together. Thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Yes, Gaurav. Okay, I'll go through that. Again, as I see, there are so many applications. I still didn't get a chance to go through each one of them. When I get review yours, if if your profile matches the criteria, definitely will hear back from us. Until, just don't get disappointed, guys. Just keep practicing, keep building your skills, keep building your like portfolio. Don't just sit idle. Don't just reflect a gap in your resume. You should be practicing. You should be building something new every day. I believe that's the only thing that can help you stand out from rest of the crowd. So think with this note, let's close this. Thank you very much. Bye, take care.